started today. I am your MC for this evening. My name is Robert Holm, and I will be shepherding the celebration that is tonight, but you'll be hearing from a lot of voices. And yes, we are celebrating the hard work, the creativity, the brilliance, the teamwork, generosity, and perseverance. So many of you, and most of all, the achievements of all the over 300 young people this summer. And some of you as employers and as interns may be celebrating that we're almost done. This is our last night, and tomorrow is the last day of the internship. Over 300 people, as I said, have been in internships for the last 6 weeks. And many of them have started this journey at least 6 months ago with, if you guys remember, the resumes, the interviews, the interview practice, the on-ramps applications, and CRI and SYEP. It's been a long journey, and we are almost to the end, and that's why we're celebrating today. We're also celebrating our 35 employers and well over 100 adult supervisors and people who've been championing you guys as young people, and countless volunteers from places like Accenture and ADS, Samsung. We've got speakers that have come. This effort has taken easily 400 people, and not the least of which is the interns themselves. So we're also celebrating a real strong community of partners like the Department of Employment Services in DC, 18 high schools, NAF career academies, State Superintendent of Education, OSSI, DC Public Schools, charter schools, KIPP, Friendship Hall, Latin, DCI, and many others, all of whom we're going to recognize a little bit during the day today. We're also recognizing and celebrating our alumni. We had 50 of those 300 students have become actually from colleges who've been interns with us up to 10 years ago. Most of them about 5 or 6 years ago. So you guys, as of tomorrow, maybe let's call it as of tonight, all of you students who've done an internship are alumni, and we want to welcome you to that family of alumni and services that we'll have for you. So you might be in this room for lots of reasons. You may even be a parent who maybe is most responsible for success. All right. Shout out for parents. So if you're in this Zoom room, we know that you show up for young people. And so that means we're here to celebrate you. It's going to be a party in a sense. All Zoom needs next is to create a virtual dance floor, maybe a virtual refrigerator to get our party going. And I'm going to expect you guys, technology interns, to get on that. Like any good celebration, one person can't throw it alone. We have a phenomenal team at On-Ramps and Careers, and you're going to hear from some of them, as well as some of our board members, as well as 10 of our interns and alumni who have stepped up with the On-Ramps and Careers Spirit Present Award. So I want to turn it over now to Monique Lenoir to say a quick welcome to the party. And I would just want to say that she's both a dear friend outside of this work and incredible ally and compatriot in On-Ramp's mission. She's the chair of our board of directors. She's been an employer host for many years, a volunteer, a host committee member, and a leader for our organization, as in addition to the very important role she plays at the United Negro College Fund as can we say yet your promotion, Monique? Vice
President.
Yes, yay! Vice President of United Negro College Fund.
Thank you.
CEO of her own company, Miss Monique Lenoir.
Thank you so much. So I'm so excited to be here this evening. As Robert said, it takes a village, and we really do have a village at On-Ramps to Careers, and we're so grateful to all of you all. I've been the board chair of On-Ramps to Careers for 3 years now. It's gone by so fast. And I'm so delighted to welcome and celebrate all of you this evening. Thank you so much to all the interns who have had a successful internship this summer. You all rock. And I just want you to know that this is really a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you should take this opportunity and really take advantage of it. Take what you've learned, take all of the growth that you've had, and also the mentors that you've made, and really use that to propel you forward, because you all were a select few and you all have been able to have a great opportunity this summer working at your interns and working with your host and working at your organization. I also just wanted to say we're so grateful for all of the hosts, all of the sponsors, all of the alumni, all of the organizations that have worked with us throughout the years to help us make an impact. And we know that we couldn't do this without any of you. So just wanted to celebrate all of you, say thank you for all that you've done this summer. And I'm so excited about looking forward to the future of what you all will do in the future in the technology space. So this is a celebration, and I'm going to turn it back over to our wonderful team. But thank you all, and congratulations on a wonderful summer.
Thank you, Monique. And one other thing we're looking forward to is you applying for scholarships at United Negro College Fund. If you haven't already, they've been great supporters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I did want to add that we are the largest scholarship provider for students of color, and we are building a pipeline to UNCF to HBCUs at on-ramps with a diversity in tech. So please check out these opportunities, check out HBCUs, and check out other institutions that have great STEM programs as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Monique. And that reminds me, guys, please feel free. I love the congratulations to Ms. Lenoir in the chat. Feel free to give your shout outs and your kudos to anybody on the call through the chat. We very much welcome your participation in it. Being a large 300 people, 300 interns this year, it's hard. We used to have this in one room, but it turned out COVID taught us how to do this here. But one of the pieces of the party that we would love is that kind of camaraderie. Thank you, Mr. Ford, for example. Okay, so we are going to have a quick review of what we've done the journey that you guys have been on. Ms. Aubrey Leas has put together a cool slideshow to maybe rattle some memories, remind you of all those steps that you took, you as employers, writing your job descriptions, getting your supervisors, scheduling interviews, you as interns, preparing your resume, practicing for interviews, getting over the jitters about that, and all the workshops you've done with OnRamp. So if Ms. Jones and Ms. Leas could roll that slideshow. right. That was awesome. Thank you, Ms. Jones and Ms. Leas for putting that together. As you can see, we have a lot of love goes into it. And when you see me taking a lot of pictures, I hope you put up with it. We love the memories we have with you every year. So the next speaker and our first featured speaker is the heart of the program, our interns. And we've asked Keith Hipp, who is an outstanding computer science intern for Indico and a DC International School student, to speak first today. To give you more sense of who our students are, what impact you all have made as employers by hosting, and you as schools have made by getting them ready, and supporting our 300 interns for the summer. So wish we could hear from every single one of them. We'll see some video clips, but I think Keith is a great representative of that. Keith, can you come on and share a bit about your experience?
Yes, thank you so much for the introduction, Mr. Holmes. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Keith Hipp. I'm 17 years old, and I'm currently attending District of Columbia International School. This summer, I had the pleasure to be an intern at Indico for my choice of internship. And honestly, it has just been incredible. The project we worked on this summer was creating a QR code generator custom for our client, whose name is Total Shield. And basically what their goal was to be able to laser etch QR codes, which even after being put on their products could be changeable afterwards. And that was pretty tough, but we got through it through the whole summer. My main job was working on the controller, the control panel side, so all the behind the scenes stuff. But every single one of my peers, we worked as full stack developers this summer. And it's really been awesome getting to really learn how to be a part of a development team. That's something you normally don't even get until you're out of college. And I've really been blessed to have that opportunity here at Indico, and most definitely from OnRamp. I really want to thank most of all of the people who taught me and led me to get here, such as my teachers over the summer, Allende, Patrick, Eric, and Adam, for hosting this internship. And it's just been amazing. Honestly, the only thing I regret is not joining OnRamp sooner. This is my first year even in OnRamps, but it feels like I wish I could have done it every single year of my high school time. And every moment has just been fun learning how to further my skills in coding, Java, HTML, Mustache. I could go on about all of the crazy stuff I learned this summer. It's been crazy. But OnRamp's values are something I really connect with as being someone who's been on robotics or streams video games. Their networking, communication, collaboration has just been I've just been over the moon with all the stuff that I've learned, and I've really even figured out what I want to do with my career just by being a part of OnRamps. And I really hope to continue into cybersecurity, which is what I've gained a glimpse of just from doing this project. Thank you everybody who I worked with this summer, and I really hope to be with OnRamps next year and for the future to come.
Fabulous. Thank you, Keith. That's great. Excellent example and great description to give you guys a sense of what students are doing. They're not just, working in the rec center. We're doing real jobs that are making a real difference and are being used. Indico being one of those most valuable ones that are being applied to real world situations. So we want to, before we go, we have some appreciations for employers coming up, but we want to, acknowledge that second in importance to the interns only is our employer partners who made all these internships possible. And better to have one of our interns, Zamani Addison, give that starting appreciation. Zamani is just a dear student at McKinley Technology. I love seeing her. She brightens everybody's days in the cafeteria every day, but also in her IT program at McKinley Tech. And so she's a great person to say a intern appreciation for you guys. Zamani, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Can everyone hear me?
Sound good.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Imani Anasia Addison, and I'm a rising senior at McKinley Technology High School, located in Washington, D.C. I am an intern at Accenture, and I would like to recognize all of my intern and all of my employers. My sincere gratitude goes out to everyone for allowing us to participate in these experiences. And we thank you all for the tremendous impact that you all have on the on-ramp, the 2023 on-ramps intern and alumni that are also connected to their hard work during the summer.
Fabulous, Imani. Well, great. And you'll see a lot of other Accenture students like Zamani because they did 50 of them. But you see a big list of employers there, and each and every one of them we want to say a thank you to. I'll say a quick thank you to a really special subset. Many of these are our employer hosts. But OnRamps has a pretty small but mighty team of staff to make this big impact. So Hillary Jones, who's running the slides and created most of this show, is our managing director. John Capozzi is our director of retention and recruitment. Aubrey Lias, our program manager. Most of you have gotten probably 20 emails in the past 2 weeks from her. Araba Harris, also assisting everybody on the team. Emily Weberman in marketing. As you guys have seen us blowing up LinkedIn and most of our social media with her help. And then Chris Brown, who helps us do fundraising. So this summer, we've also had Debbie Berlin and Professor Daryl Maxwell, who have worked tirelessly alongside this whole team, especially during the summer. So couldn't do it without them. And we cannot do any of this without our board members, who are also really great volunteers. They're on the screen today. They give facilitate workshops, give career talks, host tours, plan digital media, and spread the word about OnRamps. And most of all, that's our board of directors. So you'll hear from Ms. Johnson and Mr. Carroll in a little bit. But before we do, let's begin the award show part of today. So here's how it run. If you know the Academy Awards, you kind of know the structure of what we're doing. We had 52 interns turn in videos from 35 employers. Some of those employers are really big, so they had multiple teams. You'll see on the screen the name of the employer and then the team subname if they had many teams of employers, many teams of interns. So they've each created short videos, 5, 7, some went overboard and did a 20-minute video, but that's okay. We loved it. And those are all to describe their important projects. We're going to be posting those on our YouTube channel. But we decided that we're going to give some awards for 7 categories. And those will be introduced by the students. And at the end, we will give a grand finale will be the award for the overall best. And that's hard to choose, but you'll meet some of our judges who we really appreciate, having spent most of their weekend judging. So for those awards, we are going to start with the Creative Awards presented by Yvonne Hernandez.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Yvonne. I'm 17 years old, and I am currently a digital media student at McKinley Tech. This summer, I interned at Acquired Data Solution, and what we learned was we did robots and programmed them so that they're able to move along a black line. Next, I will be introducing the nominees for the most creative awards. The nominees are Sansum Health Staff Group, Sansum Healthcare Patient Group, Enlighten, Acquired Solution, Outthink You, Head of Public Works, and Mythics. And the winner is Acquired Data Solutions, Outthink You. Congratulations. And now we will be showing a clip from the presentation.
We made a total of 3 line-following robots. The first one was a make-block robot that came with a kit with instructions to create a Ranger robot that could follow a line using infrared light sensors, an Arduino, and many wires. The next robot time we used ++ programming instead of block coding, which we used for the make block robot. We used an Arduino, wires, and LEDs to ultimately make the robot circle the track an average of 22 seconds.
Awesome. Well, thank you that to the ADS, and thank you. Just put in a plug for ADS. They had a small company, small to medium company, but huge outsized impact. 40 interns this summer. So you'll see ADS a few times. Yvonne's going to do the next one as well.
Next, I will be introducing the nominees for the Most Professional Awards, which stands for the Professional Award is Most Businesslike, Polished, Professional Delivery, and Content. And the nominees are ADS Earthwise Engineering, Accenture Disney, Association of the American Medical Colleges, Go Pursue, ADS Exodus, Accenture Johnson & Johnson, and iTechnologies. And the winner is Association of American Medical Colleges.
My internship, I gained valuable insights into the dynamic world of digital communications and the integral role each team member plays in achieving effective results. One of the highlights of my experience was the opportunity to closely shadow various professionals within the organization. I worked with different teams such as the digital engagement team, digital content strategy team, and the digital experience team. I have been able to work across various communication channels in support of serving these groups, such as social media, virtual communities, the website, videos, and other digital content formats.
Hi, my name is Thais Moore, and I'm also interning with the AAMC with the Technology Operations Department. My internship is hybrid, so 2 days out of the week I am in the office and the rest I spend remote. The Technology Operations Department is responsible for supporting over 900 AAMC employees and contractors. They constantly monitor all infrastructure for the company's network, applications, and maintains the company's disaster recovery and readiness plans.
Excellent. Thank you, Yvonne. Next, we have Miss Elea Newman, who is doing exactly what on-ramp students are learned to do, which is being resourceful. Even though her computer had a little failure, she is still here and continuing. So we're going to see what she is able to do without being able to actually see the screen. Elea, can you hear me, and are you ready to present?
Hi, yes. Hello, everyone. Like Mr. Holmes said, that I am having some issues with my computer, but despite this inconvenience, I'm very happy to be able to attend the award. So, like he said, my name is Elea Newman. I am a 17-year-old, and I am a rising senior at Duke Ellington School of the Arts. This summer, I had the pleasure to be an intern with Moano Visual Productions. I've had the opportunity to edit a podcast, create advertisement videos, and photo books. I will be introducing the nominees for the Informative Award, and the Informative Award is the Intern Video Award for thoughtful presentation of valuable information about the internship, the project, or the team. And the nominees are Athlete Tech, Cell Phone Locker, Samsung The Absent Trio Stunt Devils, Samsung Security and Labor Union, On-Ramp Guest, ADS Expert, and Samsung Athletics Group 2. And the winner is Samsung Security and Labor Union. Congratulations and great job to Samsung Security and Labor Union. And next we will play a short clip for the winning team's video.
I'm a rising senior at McKinley Tech High School, and I am currently studying computer science.
My name is David Partlow. I'm a rising sophomore at Virginia Tech, and I'm majoring in bio.
My name is Salvia Toro. I'm an incoming freshman at George Mason University, and I'll be majoring in computer science. Our PowerPoint is about how GoX Lab can expand into the stunt acting industry.
So, what is stunt acting / stunt doubling? Stunt doubling is the role of dangerous stunts in movies or TV shows that don't put main actors at risk when performing.
What does GoX Boost do? GoX Boost is an app that you use on your Samsung watch that tracks your health and body function.
Partner with GoX Labs. GoX Labs' goal is to ensure the safety of workers in harsh work conditions and save lives.
Excellent. Well, thank you. Thank you to that team, and apologies that it was the stunt double team that won. As you guys heard, Elea was doing this almost blind, but great job, Elea. Next, we have our guest speaker, who I could go on and on about because he's been here with us from the start, really my co-founder in a way. The second year of OnRamp really helped us grow and gave me the confidence and the really recruiting energy, Mr. Antoine Ford. But we are bringing back an alumni, sort of like This Is Your Life, Mr. Ford, to introduce our speaker. And I think Chisholm is probably going to be doing it from phone too. All right, Chisholm, are you with us?
Yes. Can everyone hear me and see me?
Yeah, good.
That's a great surprise.
Yeah, I just had malfunction in my laptop. My work laptop was not showing my face, but I'm on my phone. But good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chisom Njoku. I'm a recent graduate from Lafayette College, where I studied economics, and now I'm an analyst at Deloitte in their risk and financial advisory practice doing analytics. But nonetheless, I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm here to introduce a great gentleman who's been a monument to my life, not only my personal life but also my career life. So I started here at OnRamp in 10th grade, so that's almost about 6 years ago, 2017. And I was fortunate enough to even work at this gentleman's company, Enlighten. And I also interned at other firms such as Blue State and Octo. But again, I'm here trying to introduce this gentleman who's the leader of this award-winning IT and consulting company. He also stands as the chair for the U.S. Black Chambers, and also for the chairman for the DK Workforce Investment Council. So again, it's my pleasure to introduce one of the most impactful mentors, intern hosts, and partners of OnRamp, Mr. Antoine Ford.
Thank you, Chisholm. That was a great surprise. Chisholm, you know you're coming home one day from Deloitte, so I just want you to know ahead of time. And enjoy where you are now, but you got to come back home sooner or later. So I appreciate you. And I'm so proud of you and what you've done. Just for you guys that don't know him, he's an example of someone, if you talk about from the 10th grade, and literally has gone on to do some awesome things. And if I'm right, Chisholm, they negotiated with you while you were still in college, right?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I interned here last summer, and then I got the full-time offer after I before graduation. So yeah.
And that's just a classic example. And I really want to talk to both the employers and the students, but he's a classic example of someone who really optimized this program. And it was beyond just the internship. It was beyond just a perspective of what he could be. It was a total picture of what many of our employers do. It's a total picture of the student and the employer and what we're trying to do with them. And so we got to meet him, his family. We got to meet what he was really trying to do. And all I really wanted, a couple of things I wanted to talk to with the employers, but the overall goal is to end up and produce someone like Chisholm, who will go on to literally change the world for the better. He will go on already getting offers from Deloitte, and people were competing for him. And each and every one of you, as an employer, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for taking the chance and doing the right thing. I want to thank you for supporting a great organization like On-Ramps with someone like Robert, who had a dream when we met. He has a great board of directors, and they basically said, regardless of what people may say, we want to dare to be different. And I just congratulate Robert, the board, the staff for what they're doing. But as employers, I think we have to make sure we continue to step up. We continue to be in a position where we are showing the rest of not only this region, but eventually the world, what it takes to step up and be a part of somebody else's dream and enable them based on the infrastructure that you've developed. One of the things that I want to say, I'm thank you for your commitment, not just this year, but the years that are coming. One of the things that I always want to make sure the employees understand is that you are helping plant seeds for individuals that will grow sooner or later. And one of the things that we see in planting those seeds is that you're allowing these young people to see what's possible. One of the things that we do, and I'm involved with workforce for the mayor as well as federal city council, and one of the things that we learned here is as an employer, one of the biggest things you can do is make sure you expose people to the possibilities. One of the things that we've seen when we studied this in the District of Columbia is we saw that many of the students and young people in the District of Columbia weren't successful or were not successful because they didn't have the abilities. They weren't successful because they didn't know the possibilities. They didn't know they could step up and do certain things that On-Ramps has exposed them to. When we studied this problem across the city, we saw that when you expose young people in this city to the possibilities, the infrastructure, what your company does in technology and business, when you give them the opportunity, they have the opportunity to all of a sudden expand their horizon. We see that every time we give them the opportunity to expand themselves, to see what's possible, to give them wages, to show them what's possible, that these kids go on to be successful and to be able to change the world. And all I ask you to do is to continue to expose them to business opportunities, to continue to show them what's possible. We need more employers in this city, just like you, that will be able to say, you know what, I'm not looking at this as a social program. I'm not looking at this as, you know what, let me do the right thing because it feels good. The bottom line from a business perspective, and I talk to business owners like this across the city and indeed across the country, is this is purely supply and demand. We all need these types of young people who are great. We need these people to be the future of the problems that we have and the opportunities as business owners and business leaders and as people that are in the business of government to be able to say, I need these type of individuals to help me take to the next level. And one of the things that I'm hoping to change people's perspective of is that I'm not doing this only because it feels good, because it feels good. I'm not doing this only because it's something that I need to do. Yeah, you need to do it, but I'm doing this at the end of the day. It's the right thing to do for business, for government, for nonprofits. It's the right thing to do because at the end of the day, we all need to think about evolution. We need to think about what we need to do to go forward. And I'm just proud of you, but I do challenge you to get more people involved. I challenge you as business leaders, business owners, government sectors to be able to reach across your partners and say, there's a great program called On-Ramps to Careers that indeed is making a difference in the life of individuals. And so that we can continue to host more and more kids such that as we all sit down in our rocking chairs 20 years from now, we know that we've left these things in better hand than we left it. I'll say a couple things to the students. I literally am so proud of everyone that has gone through this program because I've seen kids go through them, generations of kids now that we've seen and see the differences that have made in their lives. One of the things that I would say to you guys is this is actually the best opportunity of your life. And here's why. You guys are assets. You guys are the unrealized potential of what's going to be to solve billion-dollar problems in the future, to solve government problems in the future. At the end of the day, because you went through programs and because you were exposed to things and because of who you are, you will solve problems that we haven't even thought about today. And I need you guys to remember that. I need you guys to know that. I need you guys to know in your heart who you really are. Because oftentimes as young people try to push you to the side. But the beautiful thing about On-Ramps is that we push you up front because you deserve to be there. You deserve to be passionate about who you are and where you go. And I'm proud of each and every one of you and what you're going to do. I just can't wait to sit back. A couple things I'll leave you with that have really been part of my career and part of why I do these things. One, I always say there's a quote in the Bible that says, "Too much is given, much is required." And what that really means is that each and every one of us, particularly those who are employers, have been blessed and in a position to help other people. And if you've been blessed along those lines, then you absolutely have a requirement to open the door for someone else. You absolutely have that. And I think those are the things that should keep us motivated, because we have the ability to open doors so that you can go on and be great and do what you need to do. One of the mentors that I had said to me a long time ago, early in my career, was I went to him, and he was a senior director, a person of color. He's a Black man in a senior position. And I went to him when I was probably 22 years old, and I asked him, I said, "Mr. Davis, how did you get to this position in your life? How did you get to being a senior vice president at your young age?" I think he was only 30, at a Fortune 500 company. So the first thing he asked me is, "Who are you?" Because I just walked into his office acting I was supposed to be there at 22 years old. And I realized I told him who I was. And after he forgave me for that, he said, "Antoine, here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that I was willing to do what other people were not willing to do, but needed to be done. I was willing to do what other people were not willing to do, but it needed to be done." And that absolutely became a secret to everyone I tell, every intern, every apprentice that goes through Enlighten. I tell them that same thing, because at the end of the day, there are things that need to be done. And there are other people that are scared of failing. The beautiful thing about on-ramps is that we basically saying there is no failure when you try. Because if you fail, you're failing forward. And at the end of the day, because you're in this program, you've been taught that at the end of the day, don't let something that needs to be done not get done because you were scared to fail, because you've survived this program well. You've done great things, and I just want to congratulate you guys. One last thing I will say is that I was looking one day, and there's this test called the 80-year-old test, and I was talking about it to the great Enlightened interns this week. And these are the things I want you as young people to think about. I want you to think about what are those things that when you're 80 years old, you think you're going to regret? What are those things that when you're 80 years old, you think you're going to regret? And you're thinking about them right now. And if you think you're going to regret those things, do something about it right now. If there's an opportunity that you said, "Oh, I'm not sure if I should take this, I may fail." I think somebody just put a quote, "Just because you fail doesn't make you a failure." I love that. Don't worry about failure, because you're going to fail forward. But don't be afraid to take advantage of an opportunity that you did with on-ramps and take it to the next level. If you want to stay with the company, call that company. All they can say is no. If you want to be able to get into another position, find out who they are. All they can say is no. But what happens if they would say yes? Think about the opportunity that's before you. Think about the opportunity for greatness. Think about what you would regret. And if you think you're going to regret it, do something about it right now. I'm going to leave you with that. I don't want to take up too much time, but I am so proud of this organization. Robert, my brother, I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate the board. I appreciate what everyone's doing. And thank you guys so much for doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Antoine. That was phenomenal. That's why I call you. And you and I are going to be, we're going to be sitting in those rocking chairs, but not 80. It's going to be more like 100, 110. Okay?
110.
And Chisholm is going to be running this show.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. That is phenomenal. So Chisholm is, as Mr. Ford said, a good example of alumni, but we have tons of great examples, and made it really hard to choose this year our alumni of the year, but we have done that. There's a lot of people who have stepped up, paying it forward, and are helping, just like everybody on this call, everybody who's volunteered to speak today in particular. But I want to have our Director of Recruitment and Retention. Many of you have met him because he helped get the word out to your schools, Mr. John Capozzi, do the introduction of our alumni of the year. Mr. Capozzi, are you available?
Yes, I am, and thank you so much, and thanks you, Antoine. I get inspired every time I get a chance to hear you talk about us, and just makes me want to work harder on a daily basis. And I get to introduce our alumni of the summer. I know that Darius Riley has done just such a terrific job, not only this summer, but with his entire life experience at on-ramps. I mean, he's been our intern, well, whether it was at Octo, when he got his A+ certification, through UDC, He's been able to support his current college, which is Antioch University out in Yellow Springs, Ohio. As an IT professional there, he actually supports all the professors and staff there as their support person. But what he did for this summer, he was able to go ahead and help us with the DC Community Help Desk. And for those that you are not aware of it, we have 35 young people that are learning how to do tech support. And help desk is very great demand, in the industry. It's the way a lot of people get started in the industry, actually, and then move on to other parts of it. And so he was our assistant instructor. He was the person that monitored our technology. He was the person that actually took care of attendance and just did such a terrific job this summer. And just couldn't be more proud of his efforts. And then if you don't know a lot about him, he's an Eagle Scout. He's got his A+. He's going to be graduating from Antioch in June of 2024.
Excellent. Darius, would you mind giving us a few words about your experience and where you're at?
Sure. First thing I want to say is thank you for deeming me worthy as alumni or intern of the year. I really appreciate it. I really want to say how much of a pleasure it was to work with the DC Community Help Desk and Professor Daryl Maxwell, who was also my teacher when I started back in 2017, 2018, one of those. He was the first person to get me into technology and me to be able to figure out what I wanted to do in the field. Like I hadn't a clue before. And I really want to say thank you to Orange for helping me all these years. I mean, I started back then and I wouldn't be the professional that I would be today. And even then, I feel like I still have a long way to go. And also, yeah, as a final word, I'd say I'd recommend joining the On-Ramps to Careers LinkedIn profile page for the alumni. It's really good. If you want to connect with everybody, you still can at the SOS Force for networking. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Darius. Great message. And thank you, John, for bringing Darius in, as well as so many other young people and employers. So we will go back to the awards. And we have 3 more interns who are going to present those awards, starting with Jaden Kendall. Jaden, are you here to start with the engaging?
Okay. Hi, my name is Jaden Kendall. I am 16 and I am an upcoming junior at Paul Public Charter School in Northwest DC. I intern at ADS, Acquired Data Solutions. I'm really grateful to him because of how much I've learned in terms of developing our robots and coding them. But the Engaging Award is an award for the intern video that had the most high energy, humorous, or participatory delivery, and they had really intriguing content in their delivery. And okay, let us go introduce the nominees. We have Samsung, Emmanuel, and Jonathan. Samsung Athletics Team 1, NASA Rover Wheels, Vinny Moano Visuals, Samsung Delivery Drivers and Construction Workers, ADS Out Thank You, and AAMC. The winner is Vinny Moano Visuals. Congratulations. And now let's go look at a short video of them now.
Hi, my name is Elea and I go to Duke Ellington School of the Arts and I will be going into my 12th grade year. So I have completed 3 projects so far, and the first project that I completed was editing a podcast, and the 2 things that I learned from that project was to make sure that I'm being very attentive, making sure that I'm paying attention to the audio or anything that may sound messed up or anything that I had messed up on, and to use my resources wisely. If I have a question or if I'm confused or anything, to make sure that I ask that question so it can be easier for me, so I won't have to worry about making any mistakes on the project.
Hello. My name is Nicholas Watson. I am a senior who attends McKinley Technology High School in the IT program studying graphic design. I am also a photographer, hinting at why I chose Vinny Wano as my internship. A specific project I would like to mention would have to be researching small businesses in DC, especially our Black-owned businesses in the DC area, such as the museum, Eat, Elevate All the Time, and Project Dreams. This project has helped me open my eyes to see and know that anything is possible.
Phenomenal. Excellent. I just want to do a quick audible call here and ask Vinny Moano himself to just say a little bit about his experience as an employer if he's here with us, because he's made such a difference. Employers, please don't feel like you need to do this, but he actually stepped up and was going to do a role. Vinny, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yep. And no surprise that it's your team that was there. Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much. So it's been a really pleasure. This is my second year of hosting interns, and it's been an amazing experience. I think one reason why I decided to have interns again this year was just the amount of growth I saw within my interns last year. So a little bit of what I like to do is I always start things with a question. So my philosophy, my business is that
Vinny, I hope is it me?
Hey, are you guys still there?
Sorry, it might have been me. So sorry. Go
Hey,
ahead.
are you still there?
Can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So, all right. So one thing I always say is that curiosity leads to questions, and questions lead to innovation. I believe that we're living in a time where new innovation is happening constantly. And so one of the things that I wanted to expose my interns this year was, the ability for them to understand where they live at. So a lot of my projects was a build up to the final project, which was them reaching out to 20 businesses, small businesses in DC, and them saying, "Hey, I like your business, and I want to know more about you all, and I want you to potentially be featured in an article they're working on." And so I think so many times we focus on the innovation that is happening in Silicon Valley and New York, but we forget that there's innovation happening in DC, and it always starts from local business. And so my interns blew me away. They put a lot of effort and they reached out to businesses. And one thing that I recognized that as an employer that I wanted to do more was to allow my interns to encounter problems. And so one of the big issues that I noticed is like as a videographer and a production company, digital storage is the most crucial thing. And so with a lot of editing videos and podcasts and editing photos, you lose a lot of space within your computer. And so my interns encountered that problem within the first week, and they were willing enough to tell me what was the issue, and we were able to solve it. And so the last thing I want to say is that a lot of times when we have interns, we forget that they don't engage with they don't have the type of problems that we have running our business, or that we part of our organization are dealing with. And so when the interns encounter those problems, they're able to understand how they can advocate for themselves. And I have to tell you, I'm really blown away with my interns. They did an amazing job, and their ability to feedback and also grow and apply the feedback that I was giving to them to apply it to the project we're working on. Honestly, it's from an employer standpoint, I feel like they are way better than having seasonal employees because of the ability for them to understand and implement changes that we need to be made in order for the project, for them to be excited and comfortable with the final piece of project. So thank you so much. It's been a really, really amazing summer. I cannot believe that tomorrow is the last day. I have to admit, like, I'm just so blown away with the interns, and I highly recommend that that you take on more interns next year, and allow the students to encounter problems that you deal with every single day, because that's going to give them a way, that's going to give them a foot a way more stepping stone than any other people as they're growing within their careers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vinny. I think you're a great role model as well at earlier stage. And it's a perfect example. Great that we had Innovate on the screen. That is our next award, but it was great, great image for what you were talking about. Rochelle, can you take the next one?
All right. My name is Rashil Naglapati. I'm 17 years old and I go to Light Ridge High School. And this summer I interned at Acquired Data Solutions. And over there we learned how to program and build robots that are like function autonomously. So like they follow lines and stuff all by themselves. So I'm going to be presenting the most innovative award. This is the award for the interns with most cutting edge projects and novel solutions. So the nominees are JROTC Drones, UAV Inbound, DC Voters for Animals, ADS Earthwise Engineers, Iron Bow Technologies, Department of Public Works, and the NASA Rover Wheels team. And the winner is NASA Rover Wheels team. Congratulations. And now we're going to be showing a short clip from their video.
Internship will engage students in the goals of the Artemis program.
Improvements we decided to do were 4 cutouts of the centerpieces. This was so that we can reduce weight while keeping it sturdy.
The honeycomb wheel design is what we went for this time, and the one all the way in the far left is our earliest model, while the one in the middle is our latest.
As far as key takeaways regarding the research sector, different people from the team research different materials, wheel designs, and wheel sizes, while also cross-referencing the NASA manual in order to get the geometry correct, while also having our design work with the other.
Additionally, we're also aiming to have some future plans and goals that we aim to accomplish. Specifically, we aim to have a solid wheel design and stick with that wheel design throughout the project.
Thank you for your time.
All right. You guys could have won the creative one too, but that's excellent. All right. Chris, we'll come back to you in just a moment, but let's go ahead with the Teamwork Award presented by Ms. Tabitha Gore.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tabitha Gore. I'm 16 and a rising junior at School Without Walls Senior High School. Like Keith, this is my first year interning for OMRA, and most definitely, this will not be my last. This summer, I interned at Aftertech. My main internship project was building a game through Roblox. The name of my group's game was Zompocalypse. I'm interested in double majoring in both information technology and biomedical engineering. Next, I will introduce the nominees for the Teamwork Award. The Teamwork Award is for involving and showcasing each team member and demonstrating presentation coordination. The nominees are ADS Dream Chasers, Accenture Bath and Body Works, Indico, Accenture Duke Energy Corporation, Accenture Best Buy, Accenture, Navy Federal, Provision. And the winning team is Indico. Congratulations and a great job to Indico. Next, we'll be showing a short clip from the winning team's video.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Indico 2023 Momentum 2023 internship.
What is Indico? Mr. Adam Rossi is the CEO of Indico, which is a Virginia LLC that owns a plethora of companies in technology, marketing, and real estate. Our client was Total Shield, which creates blast-proof products.
These are our future goals. For me, Indico has helped me learn basically just the basis of coding in general, learning HTML for the first time and deepening my understanding of Java. I hope to pursue this later and hopefully studying computer science in college.
My future goals include becoming a creative director, a fashion stylist, and the CEO of my own business. I use the skills that I learned from Indico to make my own website and be able to continue to edit this off.
I plan to graduate from North Carolina A&T with a computer science degree and pursue a career in software development. And Indico has given me a quick look into that process.
Indico has helped me learn more code, and with this, I will hopefully pass all my.
Excellent. Thank you. And thank you, Ms. Jones, for getting that back online. The slides just went off there, but we have one more for the one more award before we do the Community Partner of the Year and the School Partners True Grit Awards and Employer Awards. So let's see if we have that handy, the tech savvy. Congratulations to the Indy team and to Adam. Thank you for just really outstanding support. Jaden.
All right, hello again. Today, I'm going to be introducing the nominees for Tech Savvy. This is an award that is given for a really clear description of technology used during the internship and having a really wide range of skills used for the tech tools used in the making of the video. Now for the nominated teams. And we have ADS, Primary Thinkers, Accenture, Meta, Accenture, Amazon, ADS, Earthwise Engineering, Mythics, Virginia Tech, and ADS Exodus. This is also a special award because we have a tie. Congratulations to ADS Exodus and Accenture Meta. And now we're going to see a short video from both teams.
Hello, this is our group, and we are Meta.
I'm asking, what is Meta facing? The problem. Meta's platform has intense competition against other social media apps such as TikTok, Telegram, and Twitter. Why is this issue important? Meta's platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and most of popular apps today, as they offer connectivity, promote individual display advertising, provide platforms as well.
Survey data suggests TikTok is the most used apps amongst high schoolers. So our group has collected data amongst our cohort of high schoolers, and one of the first questions we asked is how often do you use social media daily?
Now, how do we solve the problem of Meta not experiencing the rapid growth while still offering a solution to our potential customers? So our proposed solution is a new analytical tool launched by Meta that comes with all of Meta's apps that allows users to access a wealth of data that Meta has to improve their content and use it for whatever use they need.
Today we're going to be talking about our experiences in this internship. All right, and the first thing that we really learned was mastery. Mastery is an acronym. It stands for mindset, arts, storytelling, technology, the economy, reflection, and you.
Our employer is Acquired Data Solutions. What they do is that they will take on other companies as clients and work with them to create any solution to any technological issue that they may have.
With program engineering, this slide basically tells us about what we did during this project. We created two robot types that were called the Bobot and the Mbot Ranger.
Excellent. Well, as you could tell, that was hard to make a decision sometimes, and we even got some prizes or surprises. So, Jaden, thanks for presenting and finding out that you are one of the winners. Lots of great serendipity happens at on-ramps with so many people working together. And as I mentioned, Chris Carroll is on our board and from AT&T, one of our biggest and most important sponsors and funders, and way more than just money. And so they're the perfect people to recognize our 2023 community partners.
Appreciate that, Robert, and glad we got everything worked out. And I just want to reiterate what we've heard today, and that is thanking the students for their just tremendous work. It's very inspiring to see what you guys do. It's very impressive, and I really wish something like that was around when I was in school. And also, just to echo something that Mr. Ford said earlier, if it helps you guys or encourage you, after my first internship or right after college, I asked my employer, would it be possible for me to stick around? And lo and behold, that became my first job. So I definitely encourage you guys, if you like where you've interned or, the experiences you've had, to definitely let the employer know and see if there's an opportunity for you to join that team as a full-time employee. So, as Mr. Holmes said, my name is Chris Carroll. I'm an on-ramps to careers board member, proud board member. I'm also the regional director of external affairs at AT&T, and we supported this organization and these students from the beginning. And we've invested over $200,000, and we're very proud of the investment. We're very proud of the outcomes, and I just urge everyone to continue to support this organization and the great work they're doing. And along those lines, I just want to thank and shout out the 2023 community partners. We have the Deputy Mayor for Education, the DC Department of Employment Services, DC Public Schools, College and Careers, DC CTE, the NAF Academies, the Office of the State Superintendent of Education, KIPP Charter Schools, Friendship Charter Schools, Accenture Volunteers, and CityWorks DC. I just want to take just a moment to highlight Hakeem Rogers at Department of Employment Services for their support in the Marion Barry Summer Youth Employment Program, their incredible support of the students with wages, and their work to create high quality technology engineering internships for these students. So thank you all. You all are to be commended, and I appreciate the opportunity to present. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris, so much. And really can't say enough about the partners. As you said, we have a small team, but we would not be able to do a fraction of this without especially the schools and the State Superintendent of Education and DCPS and the charter schools. So even more, let's go deeper into that. Thank you. We really want to extend to, through Aubrey Leas, who's been in touch with a lot of you a lot. So Ms. Leas.
Hi, everyone. My name is Aubrey Leas, and I'm the program manager at OnRamp. On behalf of the interns, employers, and OnRamp to Careers, we'd like to give a huge thank you to our schools and school staff. It's the teachers, DCPS, and OSSE staff that are there through every step of the process, from inviting OnRamps to come to their classrooms and talk about internships, encouraging students to apply to our program, to rounding up interns and troubleshooting laptop issues for our virtual interviews. Not only are they working diligently during the school year, they also provide substantial support to us and their students during the summer, all throughout the 6-week internship. We couldn't do what we do without the support and dedication from our school staff and school partners. Thank you so much for your involvement and commitment to the OnRamps program and to our interns.
Thank you, Aubrey. I'm sure you guys are also celebrating. I see many of those partners on the call today, so we want to give a special thank you to you and hope you get to celebrate and take a rest after tomorrow afternoon. We, as I said, can't do any of this without our employers, and we have 2 awards for employers that we want to do before we do the final grand finale presentation of the year. And one we started this last year, we call True Grit. If any of you haven't seen that movie, young people, hope you get to see it, just because it's about that perseverance. I think you all probably know what it means by now, but we have some employers who have really stretched and overcome multiple obstacles, sometimes for many years, sometimes that are really difficult ones, but stick with it and stick with us. Some even new employers like Mythics, who stepped in when another employer couldn't do their internships. It was maybe 2 or 2.5 weeks before the internship starts. And I want to say a special thanks to Mythics for joining us and having, stepped up like that. But Accenture is one of those huge ones. In part, because they have 50 interns, they invest in such a big way. ADS, that, as I mentioned, they got a lot of awards and nominations today because of how much they really partner with us very closely and expand. They ask every year, how many people do you need? Like Mr. Seiden, Steve Seiden, who I believe is still on the call. And if he is, yes, we're going to say happy birthday, Steve. Glad you stuck around. Hope you get to enjoy this birthday as part of this. So Gadget Guys, another new employer, really stretched, and NASA rover, and the Department of Homeland Security, who again said, "Oh, you want to put college students to work? How many do you want to give us?" So, so those are our nominees. Good examples. Everybody just stretches to do this as employers, but we're going to pick one nominee out of these for this year. Our True Grit Award winner employer is, drum roll please, NASA rover. Thank you, NASA rover. Ken, Kathy, Sally, and just Chris, all who put into this throughout the year, not just for the summer. We really thank you. We see how much you put into it. So you are a True Grit Employer of the Year. Next, we're going to do our overall Employer Host of the Summer. Guys, please mark your calendars for October 17th. I'll plug it one more time before we leave, but we're going to do Employer Host celebration on the 19th of October. I'm sorry, 19th of October. But for Employer Host of the Summer, probably be this Host of the Year, we have the following nominees.
No, you are you part of it?
Acquired Data Solutions, you've heard much about already. Department of Homeland Security, again. Samsung, one of our newest employers, a longtime partner, but stepped up in just a huge way with 25 students. i3 Technologies, Indico, if you heard about, Enlighten, of Mr. Ford's company, and the U.S. Army Junior ROTC program, another new employer, all of whom could be the Host of the Year. But our Employer of the Year for 2023 is Samsung. Thank you very much, Samsung, Barbara Hoffman, and the huge host of partners that you have brought in as speakers. Debbie Berlin, who's works with us and is helping out, is just a phenomenal example. So congratulations to our employers. And now is the moment that you've all been waiting for. If this was the real Academy Awards, this is where you'd have 5-6 commercials that cost $10 million each, and you'd get to watch them. But since that's not us, we're going to jump right in. And we're going to have that presented by Miss Stephanie Johnson, one of our board members and a volunteer from the very first year that we started our very first event back in 2013. Ms. Johnson.
Thank you, Robert. Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephanie Johnson. I am the Business Information Security Officer at Children's National Hospital, also a fellow board member for On-Ramps, and most importantly, a proud graduate of the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University. I saw us come up in one of the videos. Year after year, just want to say I'm amazed at how the technical capabilities of our students have expanded, and just the innovation of the projects and summer internships have evolved over the years. I'm so very, very proud of each and one of you students. I am elated to present the 2023 Intern Presentation Video of the Year Award. The 2023 Intern Presentation Video of the Award is given to the team that met most of the Magnificent 7 categories, which include creative, professional, informative, tech savvy, innovative, teamwork, and engaging. So for this year's 2023 Intern Presentation Video of the Year, our nominees are NASA Rover Wheels Team, the ADS Outthink You Team, DC's Department of Public Works, AAMC, Accenture Meta, and Mythics. And the winner is Department of Public Works. Congratulations. Now, please enjoy a short clip for our video of the year.
Here at the Department of Public Works, we create many story maps to inform the staff and public about the services we provide. We also analyze the data from our services and then congregate on ways to improve. This year we had plenty of interns, so we split off into pairs to complete tasks this year. We have a total of 5 groups and 5 projects to show you.
This is the story map we created for the DC Curbside Composting Pilot Program.
What is composting? Composting is the process by which organic materials such as wasted foods are broken down into soil and then.
Thank you, Lena and Colin. Their project was very informative, and I was a little jealous to see what their task was. In the next room, we have Curtis and Kimon with a more database project.
Hey, my name is Kimon Morgan.
And my name is Curtis Brooks.
We are interns at DPW. The main project that we worked on at DPW is their participation in the DC government's Nightlife Task Force. What the Nightlife Task Force is, you may ask, a collection of assets arranged by government agencies to provide services during nightlife hours. The goal is for the people to enjoy DC no matter what the time is. Learning about the Nightlife Task Force not only was work, but true experience showing a snippet of the project DPW takes part in.
Thank you, Kimon and Curtis, for that excellent project about the Nightlife Task Force in DC. Now we're going to give Nicholas Proctor Moore the spotlight so he can show his story map on litter can.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Proctor Moore, and this is my project about DC's litter can. 2 alerts about overfilled or abused. Call 311 or use this link.
Thank you, Nicholas. That was a very detailed project on litter cans in DC. Next up, we have Jeffrey and the story map on leaf collection for DPW.
Hi, my name is Robert Jeffrey DeWitty. I'm a rising senior at the school without walls, and today I'll be talking about my time as an intern at the Department of Public Works. Okay, so let's talk about the transferring of this story map to Experience Builder to make it a little bit more interactive.
All of the projects were really awesome and really represented what the services DPW provides and what we do as interns. You could say we all learned something from our time at DPW. For one, I learned how to better collaborate with the team and manage myself when performing many tasks. I also learned how to email others when trying to get resources needed for our many projects. Like Dominique, I learned how to prioritize with my time and also be able to help all the interns with their project at any time of need.
During my time here at DPW, I gained a wonderful experience, meeting new people, making friends, and gaining new IT skills.
My experience at DPW truly was a blessing to be able to learn about a new programming system that I haven't learned about in school yet. I tell my supervisor, Brendan Ford, all the time about the power of ArcGIS, and I am very appreciative of the training that he has given us to prepare me with tools to be even more successful in data science, which is my field of study in school.
All right. Fantastic job, guys. We truly wish we could give the trophy to every single team. And that was a tough one. But we actually are going to also give to the team members of that intern host of the year, presentation of the year. We'll each be getting a gift card. So look out for that in your email. Thank you for all the hard work that all of you have done. It will pay off, as you've heard a little bit today. And one of the good examples for how things are going to pay off is Miss India Brown. She is one of our alumni, could also have been alumni of the year, and is super active with us on our host committee. So she's a great person to talk with you a little bit about who you are now and how you can stay connected with us as alumni. India?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. Like Ms. Holmes said, my name is India Brown. I was actually an on-ramps to career intern in 2016 for Accenture and then again in 2017 for the United Negro College Fund. And yeah, I'm still very active as an alumni because I love the program. I think it's great. It gave me an opportunity for, to learn exactly what I wanted to learn. I did a lot of social media. I ended up going to the University of Missouri, where I got my bachelor's in journalism. And now I came back and I work as a full-time social media manager for Dentsu Creative, and I love it. And so, yeah, definitely stay connected to our online channels and our alumni network on LinkedIn. Please follow us. And also follow me on LinkedIn because I follow back. And also take this career advice and take everything that you learned this summer with you. It'll be very beneficial for you in the future. And keep going. And I can't wait to meet a lot of you in person.
Great. And I think that Ms. Leas or Ms. Jones are going to put in the chat a link. I think Ms. Leas might have to pull it up to give you the links for two things. One is the intern survey, and the other is the LinkedIn group that India is really helping us grow. She's going to be featuring some of the alumni, and we're really lucky to have her on our host committee to help promote the upcoming celebration coming on. So you'll see already in the link, if you could, as alumni, if you're here, to complete that survey, and then we'll also get you the alumni LinkedIn group for you to join. Okay, while that is happening, let me plug a little bit more the celebration that I was talking about. So all of you who are award winners and some others who were nominated will be invited to this celebration at Samsung. We probably won't be able to fit all 300 young people there, but the fact that you have put in the 50 teams that actually did their videos, and guys, not everybody did, but when you do what you're asked and do this show or show what you worked and put in that extra work, we just want you to know that there's a payoff for that. And one of those will be this really fun celebration that's coming up October 19th. We'll reach out to you as interns. And you as employers, we would like every one of you to be there. We would love, we'd love to have you join us as a sponsor and be featured as an organization. We, all the work that we do does take money to pay the bills and get the groceries at home. So we do need sponsors every year to keep growing. So far, we have a tight budget that we do a lot of work with a small team, but we really need to grow and get this opportunity to even more folks. So October 19th, 5:30 to 7:30. I think there's going to be a link coming up in the chat for that as well, or you can actually just email myself and Ms. Jones to be a sponsor, or call us to find out more about those. It's also on our website, onrampstocareers.org, and under donate and under events. So look for that, and we hope to see all of you there. As you saw at the beginning, we have we like to promote what we're doing. You guys will pay it forward. You can come back next year and be one of the presenters. But we want to take a couple of screenshots so that we can kind of commemorate this joyful occasion. So congratulations to you guys, interns. Look forward to a little break before you go on to college or to your next year at high school. Have a great rest of the summer. Let's come on video if you're able.